Mummy's Dirty Secrets.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Mummy's Dirty Secrets, and it's episode 13. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Yasmin.
And I think today we're going to be talking about, do men cry? Men's emotions. Have they got any?
Should they cry?
Should they cry? Are they just robots? Nanobots? I'm going to start off with a little thing that I saw, and it's from DeccanChronicle.com, which I've never heard of. So that's obviously my research. And research says that women cry almost 64 times a year, and men only cry between 6 and 17 times because of lack of an emotional hormone.
Oh.
I don't think Rob's cried 17 times in his life, really, or certainly not the times I've been with him, which is over 20 years now. Men not crying has nothing to do with the societal expectations, but has a lot more to do with male hormones. Let me find a little bit now.
That is interesting.
So it says, research says that women cry almost 64 times a year and men only cry between 6 and 17 times because of a lack of an emotional hormone. And according to this particular doctor, men have significantly lower levels of Prolactin, which is a hormone related to emotional tears, compared to women. So I think I must be a man then. I must not have any Prolactin because I never cry.
But so I wonder if that whole thing of when they say, oh, it's good to cry or you need to cry.
Yeah.
Is that because when it comes, sometimes you really need to? Or I thought like your cortisol is literally released in your tears, like when you get stressed and things. But maybe men just ejaculate it out instead.
Oh, I'm really upset. I'm just going to change my pants. But I mean, there certainly are more men that are more emotional than others, isn't there? And again, is it the stigma? I think now it's much more accepted. Like you think you're still ejaculating, aren't you? Yeah, it's more accepted to ejaculate on the bus if you're upset. But I think, years ago, coming from the wars and stuff, it was a society that, men had to be big and strong and didn't cry and stuff. But, everything changes, doesn't it? And, but I think Rob's only ever cried once. And that was at our wedding. That sounds awful, doesn't it?
And was that, because like we were saying about before, 50% of the time, is that what it was? Apparently 50% of the time, people cry through happiness.
No, he certainly wasn't happy. No. It was because we'd lost my dad only 4 months beforehand, and he kind of welled up saying that he should have been there. So, and that's literally the only time.
Oh.
Possibly when my mum died as well.
Yeah.
But he did well. Yeah, but I mean, have you ever seen your dad cry? Or your brother?
I remember seeing when I was a kid. I remember seeing my dad cry. I feel like I remember that we had these sort of like chats like Dad would, you don't always get, now I know, a lot of time when you're busy parents and stuff. And I think that we sort of spent a lot of time, Dad used to get home from work late sometimes, so come into our bedroom, he might read a story, he might sit with us and have a chat with us. And sometimes the emotions would come out then. And I don't know if that's just because him and Mum worked so much and we were often at our grandparents that...
Your dad's quite open
sometimes.
with things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know him very well at all.
Yeah.
But he seems a very open guy anyway, doesn't he?
I think he probably welled up or shed a little tear at the wedding. Yeah.
Aww.
I think so. If it's to do with the hormone, well, I mean, it could be hand in hand with the societal pressure and the hormones. But I certainly won't raise my boys telling them that boys shouldn't cry.
Yeah, well, and 3 boys, absolutely, yeah.
Whether that will make any difference in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, do you see differences in their characters? You think that, which one might cry more easily or, would be happy to show their emotions that way, having 3 of them like that?
Yeah, probably, because there's sort of, some would be more like inclined to bottle things up or a bit more sensitive and stuff. So I'd probably say it would be more Koa.
That would?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the others are quite, whatever they feel, you kind of know it there and then and it's dealt with.
Yeah.
So
you think Koa would cry or he would keep it in?
I think he'd be more of a crier because it would bottle up and then come out.
So that might come out through anger, stress,
and frustration. And then but he's quite embarrassed to cry.
Oh.
Whereas I don't think the other two don't really seem that embarrassed about it.
I don't think they're embarrassed about anything then too, are they?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
But they're also younger, aren't they? So they would cry at different things rather than like an emotion. They would cry for maybe like falling over and stuff, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, as well, I've said it before, it might have been the difference in that he was my first and he was always, you know, we done the sleep training thing. Not proud of it and I wouldn't do it again, but he did have to cry himself to sleep sometimes. So I don't know if, like, you know, I suppose if we're being a bit, you know, his emotional needs as a baby were probably not quite met.
I did that with mine.
Yeah.
I let them cry themselves to sleep. Not for
or whether
like
he's
days.
just sensitive because he'd be sensitive.
Yeah,
you know, they're all being
built
raised the
differently.
same at the same time at the moment.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
There are things, just don't they say that, like, if you don't, there's like, it's like a crucial age once you get to age 7, if you haven't got them as a well-rounded, brought up little person, then they're going to be doomed for the rest of their life.
Well, that's a shame, isn't it? Because they've only had 7 good years and then they've got another 70-odd that...
And I remember saying this to a therapist once, because we had a bit of marriage counselling, and I said, you know, sometimes I feel that I can't give them all the time and stuff that they deserve. And I mentioned this 7 years old thing. And I said, isn't it a crucial point? And he just said, every time. So he said, it's always a crucial point. He said, up until you... Because I said, when do they not stop developing, but when does that... when can that be? And he said, well, from now until 99, you know, you can change at any point.
Which is true. I mean, you know that yourself.
Yeah.
And I know that myself, you know, the stages of my life that I've been through, emotionally, you're in different places all the way through, aren't you?
And I don't think I don't think it is true to say that people don't change, because they absolutely do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And because I know that when my dad died, I changed my perspective on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then again, even more so when my mum died, you know, because when you lose one parent and you've still got the other parent, you've got something to hang on to. But when you've lost both parents, you're like, oh my God, I've got nothing above me now.
Yeah.
You know, because you've always got your parents to ring or phone up or ask advice. But when they're both gone, you kind of, it really changes your outlook on a lot of things. Yeah, so... And then, you know, where you move to, who you're with, your, you know, emotions change a lot, don't they? Yeah.
Definitely.
I've seen both my brothers cry. I've made them cry. No. Yeah, I don't think either of my brothers would be, you know, would not cry because society tells them not to.
Yeah.
I think they both, you know, have been able to release it in that way, yeah.
I think I've seen my brother cry at my grandparents' funeral. Not often, but again, he wouldn't feel... I don't think he would feel shy to. If he,
yeah. So maybe, well, obviously, if these doctors have said it's true, we could dispute that, I think. We should go in and dispute it. But yeah, if it is the Prolactin thing, and... but isn't it funny how, like, why would you have different... chemical, I don't know what you would call it, the insides of us.
Yeah.
Why would it be different? You know, because when we're born, or when we first start out, we're the same, aren't we? So how does it become that women are...
And I never did, but always wanted to... Did you read that book that men are from Mars, aren't they, and women are from Venus? And apparently that explains why we're so different. One of my friends said that really helped her understand her relationship when she read that book. Really? Yeah.
I wonder if that would now be classed as outdated, because that's
it would
20
be
years
like
old now, isn't it?
Not gender neutral, not...
Yeah, I wonder, you know, if all of the theories that are in that
sexist.
book would be, you know, if you read it now, would it be still valid?
Yeah.
Or why should it not be? No, I haven't read it. I ate a Mars bar, though. If that's the same thing. Probably several.
Yeah.
Just slightly off topic, going on to that. Do you like your chocolate in the fridge or not in the fridge?
I was just thinking about that, because I was talking about it on the thing, and somebody put because I had a friend that used to put her Mars bar in the microwave for like 10 seconds or 30 seconds. No.
Would it not go completely gloopy, or was it just to slightly soften it?
No, it was just like you just swirl it into a melted mess and eat it.
Oh.
I wouldn't condone it.
I wouldn't condone
because it
that,
melts
no.
really. Chocolate can melt really quickly, can't it? You take your eyes
Unless
off the
you
game
want
for a
it to.
second.
When you're trying to like make a chocolate cake or something, or a cheesecake, and you want the chocolate to melt, it takes forever.
It goes from lumpy and hard, and then all of a sudden burnt, and you think, how did we get here?
Yes. Just I took my eye off the ball when I was making this cheesecake. Rob will always put his chocolate in the fridge. He like whatever it is, but I
depends.
But then somebody I read, I can't remember the name of them, said it depended if it was dark chocolate or milk chocolate. Did you see that comment?
I think so. Yeah, I think when the warmer it is, the sweeter it tastes. I think so.
But then obviously here, living where we do, it gets incredibly hot.
Yeah.
So you can't keep it in the cupboard because it will melt.
That's it.
And I remember, I don't know how this happened. I'm still astounded now. I found a chocolate bar in my bag that must have been there a couple of days. I mean, how the hell I forgot that, I do not know. And I picked it up and it just went, and it just drooped. No. It was just liquid.
Yeah.
It was complete liquid in the bag. Here you kind of have to put chocolate in the fridge.
White chocolate's quite nice in the fridge because that can, if that's a bit on the warm side, can be too sickly, can't it?
I quite like that.
Do you?
Yeah, I've got an exceedingly sweet tooth though. So
I do like, when you take your ice cream out and you leave it on the side for a good 20 minutes and then eat it.
Never happened with me. I've never left it on the side for 20 minutes. I don't know what that feeling is. No, it's freezer to mouth.
Freezer to mouth.
Yeah, and the only time it might be like that is when I've bought it from the
got
supermarket.
It home from shopping.
Got home, yeah.
That's probably how I discovered it's nice like that. Actually.
Yes, and you kind of just eat around the edges, don't you? And then
that's the best.
Leave the solid bit in the middle. Yeah. But yes, I just talking about Mars bars, I just thought, I do like a cold Mars bar. And cold Twix. I think anything with a bit of toffee in, I like it. Not where it's too hard and chewy.
Yeah, see, I'd be the opposite. I'd be dunking that in my tea to soften the caramel inside, yeah.
Oh. Anyway, so that could make a man cry, couldn't it?
Let's catch my brother off guard and just see what he thinks about the situation. He's not qualified to talk about it, but he's a man, so we'll take that. See if we can get him.
I'm not messaging him.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Tilly. You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. Are you at home at the moment?
I am indeed, yeah.
Okay. This is kind of like that thing on Radio 1 where they used to just call people unannounced. We're recording for the podcast right now.
Hi, Tyler. I'm Kelly.
And we just wanted to ask your opinion on men's emotions and men crying. We've caught you off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was making a nice coffee.
Did it make you cry?
Right, it's in what? Just in general, or like, as in, should it be okay, or like, is it seen as okay, or do I feel like I'm okay doing it?
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay doing it?
Yeah. I think obviously, like, say, if you're at work or something, it's very rare that you're in the position where you feel like you do need to have a little cry. So it only ever sort of does happen. Maybe at home. I can't remember when I last cried.
Yeah, that's
I know I was fine with it.
With girls, we could be having a girly night and one would get upset and one would cry and we'd probably all cry.
Yeah.
Would that happen, like, if you're having a beer with the boys, you'd get upset?
No. I don't think that's through fear of them or through embarrassment of your friends seeing you cry. It's just when we're in that scenario, crying doesn't really come
on the agenda.
Yeah, I don't think we're sort of wired the same in that respect.
Yeah, I get that.
If we're all sat around, that's not the vibe. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. But do you think that we were raised? Do you think Dad ever sort of instilled it into you that boys don't cry or men shouldn't cry?
No, I don't think so.
I didn't think so either.
No, because I was a mummy's boy.
Was?
Well, yeah. And Mum was like, no, if you want to cry, like, just cry. So
Yeah.
I never really found any pressure off of Dad, because that wasn't really something I would deal with him. But no, I don't think. I guess some guys would be embarrassed about it, but I think that's just purely because it would never happen. Like and potentially all friendship groups are different, but I've never been in a scenario when I'm with my friends.
Yeah.
Unless it was like some real bad news.
You don't think, I need a little cry because this would make it better. So, and it's not that you don't want to, it's just that it's unnecessary then. It's not because you're trying to man up, you're trying to be strong, because obviously there's that massive stigma with men and their mental health and people feeling like they shouldn't show their emotions. Do you just think you can show your emotions in a different way?
No, I think if I wanted to cry, I would be fine with crying in front of my friends. That's personally just me.
Yeah.
I'd hope that they were fine to do the same. I know some of my friends well enough to know that they wouldn't do that.
Right.
They definitely wouldn't cry in front of me. They also I'm also hope that they're aware that it's I'm like, no, it's fine. Like it's not me giving them permission, but like, do you know what I mean? It's not something that I would see them do and be like.
You're not going to laugh at them for doing it.
Yeah, or like freak out and not really know what to do. But I just think in that scenario, say I was upset with something from happening at home and I went out with my friends.
Yeah.
Whereas girls meet up to talk about it and really get it out, guys meet up purely
to not talk about it.
Ignoring it.
Yeah.
To drink beer and...
So do you think that's important to know, like to pick up on signals when your friends aren't okay, or is it important to do the opposite, to ignore it and distract them? Is that the best way to get over something?
Impossible. Because that is kind of the way
a lot of men deal.
Men just get really tired down really quickly and don't really have the like if it's a toss of the coin of like spend time with your friends having a little cry or spend time with your friends like having a good time like having a couple of beers in the beer garden just to take your mind off it, you're going to be like, because I think guys are a bit more susceptible to escapism.
Yeah, definitely.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it kind of starts, where it's like, oh, men are prone to ignoring their problems, where we don't do it on purpose, we just rather would not spend like valuable moments away from the problem.
Yeah.
Talking about the problem.
So I suppose from a man's perspective, they could almost see it that like women look a bit needy or attention seeking when they cry, whereas sometimes we feel like we need to have a good cry and we feel better afterwards. But there's obviously not that same need for men.
Yeah. Venus and Mars.
I honestly, unless it's like tragic news or like a friend's told me something that's like really beating you up, like about their family or something, like I can't remember feeling the need to cry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm like that though.
Yeah, you're like that.
Purely because we'd just rather not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, that's a good take on it. And sorry for putting you on the spot, Till, but all right then.
Thank you.
If you need it, no worries.
All right, speak to you later, Tilly. Enjoy your coffee. Love you. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, love you.
Well, that sort of tied in with what we were saying about the men's emotional.
And now, word of the week.
For our word of the week from me, eproctophilia. I like my philias.
You do like your philias. How do you spell this one?
eproctophilia.
Do you know what? Do you know what that
like
comes
that.
to me?
Eproctophilia.
Oh, I can just see the big words. I don't know why, what came to my mind, and of course it's not going to be, but I just thought of like dinosaur plasm. Where did I get that from? I'm thinking ectoplasm, aren't I? What's that?
Maybe,
Ghostbusters. Is that Ghostbusters or something?
Eproctophilia.
Oh, hang on, eproctophilia. Guessing the size of someone's penis.
Well,
the way you're looking at me, I'm going to say that's a no.
On here it says we could spend this is badgirlsbible.com. We could spend all day talking about weird fetishes where people are attracted to things that aren't just taboo but are normally considered quite disgusting. One of those is eproctophilia, the fetish of another person's farts. According to one thread on Reddit, even young teenagers experience proctophilia. One girl wrote her about her obsession with a hot boy ripping some sick farts and fantasies involving being forced to breathe in another person's farts.
Okay. I think I don't have a proctophilia.
I don't. I definitely don't have.
No, I do remember like my brother forcing me to smell his farts as a child, and I quite often get farted on by Lexi and Isabella. Yeah, no, I have heard that. I think I've seen some video footage of like people like with their nose right in the butt cheeks and like go. I think if you have a look at if you wish in your spare time to have a look it up. I don't think it was a porn thing. I don't know. Oh, it might have been. I can't remember. But yeah, they
just
were
came
definitely
across it when you were doing
just randomly whilst I was looking for a knitting pattern. They were like had their nose right up on the butt cheeks, and then like then they're going, oh yeah, oh.
Apparently, it's good for you. I was speaking about this.
What, to smell someone else's fart?
Yeah, apparently.
Really?
It's healthy.
What's good about that?
Maybe it's the. It's definitely.
I can imagine.
something.
Yeah, it's obviously healthy to fart to get the gases out.
There's something in it. Is it healthy
to breathe someone else's farts in?
Farts.
Because sometimes, your own farts, you're like, well, that's a good one, don't you?
Recent research in animals suggests that hydrogen sulfide, one of the major components of smelly gas, the one that gives that rotten egg smell, might provide some health benefits in humans from preventing heart disease to kidney failure. Lap it up.
Oh, right. Okay, so I might start feeding Rob some Guinness then and eggs and then breathe in his farts. I wonder if you can, capture it in a jar.
Yeah, maybe.
I wonder if I'm sure somebody's probably done that, haven't they? Farted into a jar and put the lid on and then see if the smell was still there a few days later. I wonder if that would work. Now, Rob, he gets physically repulsed if you fart near him.
Yeah.
He goes, ah, and leaves the room. He absolutely detests it. He really and he thinks he's being surrounded by this stench.
Yeah.
And he because the girls really crack some massive ones off in the mornings. I might slip a few in as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's really, really, really repulsed by the whole thought of it.
Oh.
Has he farted in front of you yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's quite happy with that, isn't
he?
he?
He's quite happy.
Have you smelt them?
Yeah.
Accidentally or obviously?
I think I'm still at the polite stage where I just pretend that they don't smell. Definitely do.
Have you got past that stage yet?
What? No, I just still don't say anything. I won't be like, oh, that stinks. No, I haven't said that. No,
that's to come then.
It's probably still.
Yeah, you dirty bastard. Yeah. Rob doesn't really trump very much in front of me. Only sort of accidentally. He's quite polite with his farts.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm not. No, nor are the girls. The girls really love a good fart. I think farts are brilliant.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to come out, do you? You don't know if it's going to smell. You don't know if it's going to be a really big, loud one or, just a bit of air. I think they're brilliant. It's the best surprise in the world, isn't it?
I still forgot to try that
surprise,
thing where you said if you
split your cheeks.
Yeah. But no noise.
Do it. They're in bed. They're best in bed. Just to lift a cheek.
I think the thing is here, where everything's tiled and quite open,
it echoes.
Everywhere echoes.
Reverberates off around the room. Yeah, I mean, a 3 minute, a 3 second fart can keep going days later, can't it? Yeah, they are brilliant though. Yeah. So, what was the word again? I've forgotten what you said. I always forget the big words.
Proctophilia or something. Don't know. I'm acting like I've planned it for days. I literally just found it.
Nothing to do with ectoplasm then.
No, hang on. This should be another one. What have you got on your internet tabs? I'm going back to looking for what I think is a proctophilia. And I've got interesting facts about gelato. Is it healthy to sniff farts? Some places menu. Friends reunion. A George shot.
Oh, did you watch that?
Is photosynthesis biology. There we go. And that's about the highlight of my life.
I must have cleared mine then. I've got Urban Dictionary words, Why Men Don't Cry, and Motherland Cast. Oh. That's it. I must have had a tidy up to get rid of Pornhub. Right, well, I like that one. Yeah, I can certainly say that I don't have that fetish, not even accidentally. I don't know. You know, if someone looks like really grubby and they fart, you think it's going to smell more. Do you know what I mean? Do you have that thought?
No.
Oh, no, nor do I. It's my friend.
Just asking for a friend.
Yeah, it wasn't me at all. And now it's time for the Agony Aunt of the Week. The Agony Aunt of the Week's been sent in on Messenger by one of our fans. And it's written, Dear MDS. I like that. That's how much he loves us.
Sounds like a sofa company.
Yes. My partner has a large Prince Albert piercing, which really chafes my hole when we have sex. I would love to be more spontaneous about making love, but he needs to remove the piercing in advance, which can be a bit fiddly and time-consuming. He doesn't want to remove it altogether, but I find it an annoying, cumbersome turn-off. What can we do? Please help us.
Oh, I mean, not that it matters. Are we dealing with a man hole or a woman hole or...
I'm going to say a manhole.
Probably a man hole.
Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't really matter, really, does it? If it hurts, if it's uncomfortable, it's uncomfortable.
I've never experienced a Prince Albert.
Maybe no, me neither.
No. So I don't really know what the sensation would be. I mean, are we talking like a 3 foot wide plank at the end, which is going to be cumbersome, isn't it?
Yeah,
Can you get smaller ones? Can you get?
Yeah, that might be an idea. A little smaller one.
Yeah, because I mean, also, have you got your tongue pierced?
No.
Have you ever had it? No, not right.
So
I don't know.
Of the sweetest that you filmed, The Sweetest Thing.
No,
Cameron Diaz, and
thinking
the girl's giving a blowjob and she gets stuck. She's got a tongue piercing, and I think she gets stuck on the foreskin or something like that. Or maybe they get entwined.
But isn't if as soon as you take your tongue piercing out, it heals up? Is that
quite
true or not?
likely. I can't get my nose one back in.
Yeah. So if you take it out, is it going to heal? How long does it take to heal up?
Yeah. Well, and you wouldn't really be wanting to take it out every time, especially if you're regular.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're having sex once a month or once every couple of months, then you'd be all right.
Yeah.
But if it's sort of a few times a week, it's going to be a bit of a few times a day or whatever you're.
I mean, so the only thing I would say is if you can get smaller ones, does that work? I don't know. I have no idea. Perhaps sort of research this, shouldn't I?
Or like whether the ones, because you can get like little bits that screw onto the ends of piercings, they're made of like silicone-y type stuff rather than metal.
Yeah, maybe try that then. I don't know. Let's have a look.
Or we can have a look at some Google images of Prince Albert.
I googled the other day big nipples. Don't ever do that. No, honestly, it was the worst thing I've done in my life. Oh,
are you on the same as me?
Oh my word. Oh, Christ, that really would hurt, wouldn't it? Oh, is there different types? The reverse Prince Albert. Oh, 3 types with sexual benefits.
Okay. Well, we're educating ourselves here, aren't we?
Well, you can get smaller ones. Look. Okay, so we've just had a look online and had a discussion. I looked at several pictures and we've been enlightened.
For research purposes.
So if it's an actual Prince Albert style piercing, the traditional one, then you can get different size of the bar. So might that help? Unless, of course, it's already the smallest one. And then not. So
I'm just wondering if you can get a covering for it.
What?
I mean, obviously you could wear... I'm not sure whether they're wearing a condom or something, because that would probably do the job, wouldn't it? But
maybe some other listeners might have some answers for us and they could send it in if they have any help. Yeah, if they've experienced this before. It's not something I've experienced. So the only thing I would suggest is see if you can get a smaller one perhaps, or use some sort of covering.
Yeah, like a tea cosy.
But
like one of the ones that they used to put on the top of an innocent smoothie, a little knitted bonnet.
Yeah.
But
might get a bit soggy there.
Yeah, it might get a bit soggy.
Yeah. Okay, well, good luck and let us know how you get on.
Yeah.
Again, video's not required.
It's time to say goodbye now. Thanks for listening.
Yes, thanks very much. We hope you've enjoyed it. And we
Keep a lookout on social media and engage with us and like and follow and
any
subscribe
stories
and send us amazing things in the post if you so wish.
Or if anybody wants to be on with us, let us know and we can sort it out somehow.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
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 Mummy's dirty secrets.